when I say age is not really a restriction, depends. You can't expect someone in their 40s want to go for BSc. Definitely it's going to be it's going to be difficult. Getting the admission is not a problem.
Hello, everyone. My name is Samuel. I remain your host. And today we are going to be talking about nursing in Poland, how to become a nurse, and every other question that you may have regarding nursing in Poland. And to answer your questions, we have a wonderful guest today on the platform. Please, can you introduce yourself?
Hello, everyone. My name is Julia Ezeji, as well known as Nurse Julia Ezeji. So I am a nurse here in Poland. I study here in Poland, and I'm a Nigerian. So thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. And she also has a YouTube channel. So maybe if your question isn't answered to your satisfaction, you may check her channel as well. She has videos regarding nursing in Poland and every other thing that hopefully you will find your answers there. For people that want to study nursing, without any background, or maybe they have a background, how can they go about it studying nursing in Poland, as undergraduate?
Okay, guys. So to study nursing here in Poland is quite easy. But you need NECO. If you are from Nigeria, NECO and WAEC, that's the only one accepted. NAPTEP is not accepted here. And you need to, previously, you need to have, even if you have maths or either English, most of the school do accept it, but I think they are now trying to make it compulsory. You must have maths and English. Chemistry is not so important depending on the university. Why some university made it it's mandatory you have a chemistry or biology. So it all depends. So check out the university so you look at their requirements. Then age is not really, getting admission age is not a problem, even when it gets to the visa part. We'll talk about that when we get to that stage. But for now, I'm talking about studying nursing if you're coming for O-level or masters. So I'll come to the master's part. So now I'm talking about if you're coming with your O-level to study BSc in nursing. So your background doesn't really matter, even if you have arts background, or just make sure you have maths and English so you have a university that will accept you. And if you are from other African country, like if you're in Zimbabwe, South Africa, you need to have your A level. Same with Cameroon. In Cameroonians, sometimes they request they have their A level for them to be admitted. And for those in Zimbabwe, you need to have a matrix. I think it's matrix they call their particular O-level result. And for other, just make sure you have your O-level and is accepted. And for the masters, studying masters, you cannot have in microbiology, you want to study masters in nursing in Poland. It's not accepted. It's not like UK where you have you study other courses in your BSc level and you want to do masters in nursing. It's acceptable there in UK, but this is Poland. It is not welcome. It needs to be BSc in nursing for you to study masters in nursing in Poland. So that's basically it.
For the undergraduates, how long is this process likely going to take? And that includes the visa processing, and how long is it likely to take, and how much in pounds, in Poland's currency, are they likely to spend?
Okay, so I'm going to make it in euro, because euro is kind of more general. Most people can easily convert to their local currency.
Okay.
So now, for the undergraduate, it's 3 years. I don't think there's any university that offer it for 4 years. I don't think so. In Poland is generally 3 years. And also depending, there's public university, there's private. Anyone you decide to go to, they are the same. So you still come out with the same certification. You're still going to register in the same board of nursing in Poland. So it doesn't really matter. But just make sure the university kind of work with your schedule, because everybody has their own schedule. Some may want to have their own full-time study. Some may want to have time to work. So look at the university. What are people's review about the university before you apply? And so like I said previously, it's 3 years course. And for the visa process from admission takes a month, sometimes 2 months, depending on the time you apply. Depending on the time you tender your application. And for the visa process, it's a bit tricky. Some people it may take them like 6 months, some may take them like 1 year, some may take them like 2 months. It all depends because of the visa appointment date. For the visa appointment date, you have to check the website, and it's a bit tricky. So I really don't want to delve too much into it because there are different ways to it. Getting dates can be a bit difficult, but if you have someone to help you like check it up on the website to help you like book it, yeah, they are it's possible. So if you could get someone to help you book these dates on the website, because when the Polish embassy release these dates, actually they do release these dates on the website, but when and the time, the day and the time they do that, you may not know. That's the challenge. So they kind of like alternate it. They may tell you on the 26th, they may tell you on the 10th, they may tell you on the 6th. So it's kind of like we just don't know. So if you get someone that is always like following up and know when this date is up on the website. So from admission to when you do your visa and everything, maximum 3 months.
3 months. Okay. So this website, is it something you know now or no? I'll probably just have it later to put in the description.
The Polish website is general, so it's not really like something hidden. So it's just there. You go there and you fill the form and you put in your details. So when they'll keep on telling you, some are lucky, they'll just tell you, okay, you may just go there and you're lucky you see dates. You may be unlucky go there and find out that no available dates. So it all depends. This website is open there. Just Polish website booking. Even if you type Polish embassy in Abuja, because the one Abuja is servicing almost 80 to 70% of West Africa. About 7 to 8 West African countries come to the Polish embassy in Abuja. So if you type it, the website will pop up, and yeah, it's a straight thing.
Okay. So for those doing masters, how long is the study period, and is this something that people can do and study?
Okay, yeah. If you want to go for masters, it's a 2 years duration, like 4 semesters, and you literally don't have class like every day. Masters, they give you time to work, do all the things. So maybe probably you have class like twice in a week or 3 times in a week. So it's more of practicals. Masters, they don't really stress their students because they know they are mature and they would want to work to support themselves. So there's always that time for you to like do all the things.
So is it the same for people that are doing undergraduate? Like, can they work and study as well? And then like in the UK now, there's this like 20 hours restriction, like you can only work 20 hours. Is there anything similar like that?
In Poland, actually, there is none, but I think there is, but they're not really like too keen about your working hours. What they care is pay your school fees, pass your course, make sure everything about your study, because that's what's keeping your leg out here. So make sure you sort it out. You're not like there's no lapses anywhere. So you could work more than 20 hours in a week. It's possible as long as you attend class, because these immigration officers, whenever they are investigating, when you tender your application for resident permits, they tend to go to your school to look at your attendance. And some lecturers, majority of the lecturers, depending on your university, majority of the lecturers are so particular about their attendance, because maybe probably the university must have informed them, make sure students are attending class. So they know they count. Whenever they look at, I've had cases where the lecturers, whenever people write their names, they kind of like call the names and make sure they look at your face. Your face is strange, they'll be like, or if there's anybody missing and someone wrote the name, gonna strike it out. And so lecturers to punish whoever that wrote that person's name. Depends, not all the time I get to see that. So like I said, make sure you attend your class, everything, and I think you'll be fine.
Okay. So just to clarify, because I don't think we mentioned it earlier, they are taught in English, right?
Yes, English, not in Polish. Though you're going to learn Polish language, but that's more like a borrowed course, like what we call it in Nigeria, borrowed course. It's not really like your core course, where you learn Polish to help yourself, because after you graduate, some people may want to like stay and practice in Poland. And if you don't want to practice in Poland, it's fine. There are all other opportunities out there.
Yeah. So to work in Poland, you need to know how to speak Polish.
Yes, just like in Germany. So if you want to study, like I've had like some people studying nursing here, they go to Germany to work. They need to have like B1 German language certificate. So you need to have it. Any European country that they speak, that they have their own language as their official language. So you have to learn that language for you to be able to like practice in that country. Just like UK, you need IELTS, OET for you to practice in UK.
And how is the fees like for, I'm more particular about undergraduates, like how is the fee like? Do they pay like annually or per semester? And, you know, compared to other European countries, is this something that you'd say is affordable?
Okay, the fee is, I would say the fee is between 3,500 euro to like 6,000 euro, depending on the university. Some universities 3,700, some universities 4,000, some universities 4,500, some universities 5,000, some is 5,500, some is 6,000. So it all depends. So within that range, so if you could afford tuition fee within 3,500 euro to like 6,000, so you definitely say in university that we accommodate your budgets.
Okay, that's per annum, right? Per year.
Yes, per year.
But anyway, compared to other, compared to UK that I know, I think it is quite cheap. It's quite cheap.
1 year tuition fee in UK will be enough for you to like pay your 3 years tuition fee here in Poland and pay your 1 year upkeep, which is your rent. Upkeep it comprises of your rent and your feeding. So you only struggle for 2 years upkeep, not your tuition fee.
So how is life generally in Poland, like as a nurse and, you know, relation with other people? Is there things like racism, you know, and are there a lot of Black people? Because a lot of people would prefer to be in a place where they would feel among. So how is it there generally?
Okay, in Poland, there's racism everywhere. I won't say there is none here in Poland. I've never experienced it myself. Maybe because I'm not really particular about that, because even in individual country, Nigeria, Ghana, South Africa, there's always this tribalism thing. You get it. So if in your country there's something that have to do with tribalism, so why would you come to someone's country and be complaining of racist? So you should get used to it. So I'm not really bothered about that. My aim is to come here, study, and achieve whatever I could not achieve back home and enjoy myself. So I care less about race, meeting those people who are, I don't know what to call that. I just don't want to like say things that is not appropriate on camera. But I'm just this kind of person. I don't care what you feel about me. I don't care what your perspective about my skin color is to you. All I care is I'm happy with myself and I'm happy doing what I'm doing. So every other thing don't matter. So to answer your question, I would say there is a bit of it, but not really like so obvious that you would want to like run back to your country. You want to feel depressed. So it depends on individual. There are some people, they are so, I don't know how to put it, but I think it depends on individual. So if you get to study, I think you should just face your study, do your thing, and forget about racist or whatever.
I think it's the same thing everywhere, because even here too, it's more of subtle. I mean, like they may smile at you, but even though you may know that deep down inside, these people, but then, you know, we all know why we're here. We're here to like.
Yes, that is just it. That is just it. It makes life more easier for you if you learn to let go of that. Because back in Nigeria, I've been in a case where someone will be like, Omo Igbo, Omo Yoruba, imagine all those things, or Omo Bender, Omo Edo, you get all those things. So I've seen it like among Nigerians, and let's forget about Nigerians. What about the Africans? I've seen situation where you see some Zimbabweans will be like, some South Africans will be like, why are Zimbabweans feeling like they're South Africans? What it is? And you see some South Africans, some Zimbabweans, when you ask them, I use the background. I say, no, I'm South Africa. I'll be like, all this tribalism thing it's something we can never let go. Like, we can never eradicate this thing. So it's just in the society, even before we were born, before our great-great-grandfather was born. So it's been there. So there is nothing you can do about it. How about you just go about your business, do your thing, find you would meet some nasty people on your way to the top. It is normal. Not everybody will like you. You should just understand that not everybody will like you. So that makes life easy for you, and you will feel depressed in a white man's. Yes.
Yeah. Back to the education aspect. You made mention earlier that age is not a restriction. So, let's say probably someone that has probably studied for a while, or I'm not like happy in what I'm doing, and I now want to study nursing. But I've graduated since like probably like 8 years, maybe or more, and I now want to study nursing. Is it like an easy thing that I can just go for, or there will be something that will be required of me?
Okay. When I say age is not really a restriction, depends. You can't expect someone in their 40s want to go for BSc. Definitely it's going to be difficult. Getting the admission is not the problem. Not the problem may be the visa part, because you need to what were you doing? Why BSc? Why not masters? Why not PhD? So it involves a whole lot of paperwork, a whole lot of things in your statement of purpose. Is something called statement of purpose. So you need to do a whole lot of trying to sell yourself to the visa officer. So that's 50-50 chances. But if you are in your 30s towards late 30s, you could give it a try. And I've seen people in their 40s went for masters, even BSc. So they are just probably 20 to 30% of them. So I think when it comes to visa, it's not really a 100% sure deal. You just have to do your best, and you leave the rest for God. So visa is really tough everywhere. It's just not like we put it in Poland as a whole. Admission is it's never and has never been a problem, but so say a whole lot of things, write a whole lot of things, and there's always this visa interview. So they ask questions. They could throw any questions to you, so you need to understand your document very well. Wow. And be able to just try to sell yourself to the visa officer. That's just what matters. You need to sell yourself to the visa officer, convince him enough that actually you're going to study.
Okay. So it's more of an interview process. It's not like UK where they will just, and UK one is not really interview. It's more of your documents, how your documents can prove. So you mean the Poland is more like an interview process?
Yeah, they started this I think 2-3 years ago. As of 4-5 years ago, it wasn't that way, but they just started it off recent. So I don't know but that is what it is. So people could get the chances of them being approved, their visa being approved because of the interview. Why so? That they could easily be approved without even coming for interview. Maybe by your body language, or maybe they ask a question you could not defend yourself, may just wait the person out.
A country like Nigeria, some people go to school of nursing, and school of nursing is like diploma. So if this kind of person now wants to do their top up degree, is it possible to do it in Poland, or they have to start afresh, starting from afresh?
Okay, there is nothing like top up degree here. You need to start from scratch, and with your diploma you cannot study masters here in Poland. That's the challenge. Well, I don't know university, because there's not much university offering masters in nursing in Poland. Just about 2 or 3 of them that do that. So as of now, I don't know, they may, because at the time you're watching this video, they don't accept. So in the next 1 year or you could just put in your application and see the way.
Let us talk about after studying nursing in Poland, what are the prospects? I know you've already said that for people that want to work in Poland, they have to be able to speak the language. So how about people that probably want to work in the US, Canada, Australia? how do they go about it? And is it that immediately you graduate, you have to leave the country?
Okay, immediately you graduate, you don't need to leave the country. You have like 1 year to stay back. And even if your 1 year to stay back expire, you can still extend it. So it's normal. Now most people like going to like Germany, Norway, Sweden, and most of these European countries because they have family, they got family there. So before they graduate, they must have been learning the languages. And why some want to go to English-speaking country like UK, Canada, US, and the rest. Well, Canada, US, Australia, they need you to have experience, which at the time of you graduating here, you don't have experience. So that's where the only English-speaking country that will accept you without experience is Malta. Finland do accept. They will accept you when you come in. While you're working as a carer, you'll be learning their language. And I think it's for like 7 months period duration then before you upgrade. Malta accept, Ireland do accept both.
Yeah.
Not direct as a nurse. You become like it, just like in UK accept, but you come like a band 4, then you go to band 5. But if you study here in Poland, you don't need to do the OSCE, CPT, all you just need to do is IELTS and you're good to go. You go to practice in Ireland, Malta, and UK. But not as band 5, but you come in as the lower, maybe like nurse assistants. Then a few months later, when you've gotten your documentation, your P, you've done the preceptorship and all the stuff, then you could now upgrade to band 5. So that is how it is.
Okay.
Then
Wow.
after your experience, you could decide to go to Canada, another bigger country that is if you want.
Well, that's interesting. Wow, because the thing that used to scare most people about most of these countries, like UK, is the OSCE and IELTS, especially the OSCE, because it's very expensive. So if people that study here are exempted, then I think it's an added advantage. I don't know if you have, like a general advice for people who are willing to come and study in Poland.
Okay, coming to study in Poland, don't be scared of racism and just come and do your thing. And also, if you're coming to study in Poland, I would advise you to have at least 6 to 8 months of your upkeep, because getting job, you don't expect to get jobs so easily like in Germany, US, Canada, and other bigger Western countries. So you need to, like, for 2 to 3 months, you may be using your money. Some people are very, very lucky. I had friends that are very lucky. Within a month, they got a job. So it depends on you. If back in Nigeria, you are, I'm not saying lazy, but you are the type that is so, you're not good at hunting for a job. You're not the agile type that always like pick up any job, ready to do any job that as long as it pays your bill. When I mean any job, I don't mean illegal job. So if you come here abroad, you will still face that. So a lazy person in Nigeria will still be a lazy person abroad. So I would say come with enough upkeep for at least 6 months. If you're lucky to get a job within a month, good and fine. But at least I'm very sure that within 3 months, you should be able to get something doing to pay your bills. Don't expect to make money that you build more house in Nigeria thinking you pay your school fees, pay your upkeep, and expect to send huge money back to your own country. Don't expect it here in Poland. Maybe other countries will be able to do that. But in Poland, is at least the money you make here while studying, will be able to pay your tuition fee and your feeding. At least take care of yourself ending when you graduate and start making the big back. So I think that's all from me. Others, you kind of like learn why on your way to the top.
Yeah. So speaking about upkeep, like how much is it likely for someone to spend per month?
Okay, it depends on individual, depend on your lifestyle. So upkeep is inclusive of your rent, your accommodation, feeding, bus, card, and all those stuff. So some people may spend up to 300 euro a month, some may spend 200 euro a month, some may spend 250. I think it all depends on individual and your lifestyle.
And you said it include rent.
Yes, rent.
Wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That means things are quite cheap there. Oh my
Yeah, it's
God.
kind of affordable. Yet, while there are still some people that spend up to 400 euro a month, 450 euro a month, inclusive their rent, feeding, bus card, and all the expenses. So it depends on individual.
Wow. That's interesting. So
According to your size.
yeah, that's the deal. That's the deal. Yeah. I think one thing people need to also learn is that b- for the fact that you're abroad doesn't mean that your life have to like drastically change. Because some people have to, we now start feeling the need to buy designer, buy iPhone, post pictures for Instagram. It doesn't do anything. Anyway, I really appreciate your time. Thank you for coming on the platform. And if the viewers still have any question, please pop it in the comment section and we'll be there to answer you. So thank you so much for coming on the platform. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
you.
Thank you for having me.